Good morning. My name is Maureen Chung. Welcome to Daily Devotional of November the 23rd. I'm using assorted verses from Proverbs, and today's title is Women. Today's devotional will be a lighter one on the topic of women. It is lighter not because women don't have their share of troubles. For example, the social customs that favor male over female, women being the sexual objects or disposable toys, sexual harassment, sexual abuse, family violence, etc., which are all sins. But as a woman, I have the right to laugh at us, speaking on things that men dare not touch in a not so politically correct way. Being light-hearted is only because I am laughing at us. Today, I shall not go into Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10 to 31, the passage about the wife of noble character. That shall be our devotional meditation on a later date. Proverbs 11:22 says, "Like a gold ring in a pig's snout is a beautiful woman who shows no discretion." Proverbs 12, verse 4. A wife of noble character is her husband's crown, but a disgraceful wife is like decay in his bones. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 1. The wise woman builds her house, but with her own hands the foolish one tears hers down. Proverbs 18, verse 22. He who finds a wife finds what is good and receives favor from the Lord. Proverbs 19, verse 14. Houses and wealth are inherited from parents, but a prudent wife is from the Lord. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 9. Better to live on a corner of the roof than share a house with a quarrelsome wife. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 19. Better to live in a desert than with a quarrelsome and nagging wife. Proverbs chapter 27, verse 15 to 16. A quarrelsome wife is like the dripping of a leaky roof in a rainstorm. Restraining her is like restraining the wind or grasping oil with the hand. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. Start children off on the way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not turn from it. Now first, are women particularly fond of being beautiful? Just look at the advertisements on television, and it becomes obvious. You see the promotion of all kinds of skin treatments, cosmetics, fashion and accessories, hairstyle, designs, fitness programs, weight loss programs, all targeting the market of women wanting to be beautiful. Wrinkles and gray hair are the horrors to women who observe their appearance on their own bodies. The film stars and celebrities keep themselves well, and with the help of cosmetic surgery and liposuction, they look stunning at the age of 60 years. This leads us to the denial of aging. But Proverbs is humorous. Proverbs 11:22 says, "Like a gold ring in a pig's snout is a beautiful woman who shows no discretion." Assuming one is super beautiful while one is super weird looking. Discretion has the meaning of behaving and speaking in a way to avoid causing offense, drawing attention, causing embarrassment, or revealing private information. We women can consult our spouses, family members, and close friends to opine on our fashion style and behavior. See if our fashion style fits our position and age. See if our public behavior is suitable and appropriate. Our closest allies should be able to be frank and honest with us, or nobody else can. A wife of noble character is contrasted with a disgraceful wife. A wise woman who builds her family is contrasted with a foolish woman who tears it down. Remember that foolish in Proverbs does not mean a low intelligence quotient score, IQ, but the spiritual weakness, moral deficiency, and the refusal to revere God. Wisdom comes from the fear of God in attitude and living. Ancestors can leave a material inheritance to their descendants, but a prudent wife is a gift from God. The next 3 verses concern with the quarrelsome woman. These are the Proverbs from Solomon, who had many wives and concubines. Did he have some quarrelsome women in his harem? Or did he get the jokes from his friends? Proverbs 21 verse 9 says, "Better to live on a corner of the roof than share a house with a quarrelsome wife." In ancient days, their houses had flat roofs. People often lounged on their rooftops. Some houses might even have little rooms on the roof to host guests that stayed for a short while. Substituting our present lifestyle into this scenario, if a husband wants to avoid his wife's nagging, he retreats into his workspace. The garden shed where he does his carpentry, the garage where he does his electrical and other repairs, or his basement man cave. When the husband is busy fixing things, the wife will hold off on her nagging. Oh, woman, when your husband is hiding from you, do you know it? Proverbs chapter 21 verse 29 also says, "Better to live in a desert than with a quarrelsome and nagging wife." Substituting our present lifestyle again into this scenario, if a husband goes on a fishing trip on his day off, leaving early and arriving home late, is he really that addicted to fishing? Or does he want to just sit alone at the lakeside or enjoy his solitude on a little boat in the middle of a lake? Oh, woman, when your husband wants a bit of peace and quiet, do you know it? More, Proverbs 27, verse 15 to 16. "A quarrelsome wife is like the dripping of a leaky roof in a rainstorm. Restraining her is like restraining the wind or grasping oil with a hand." I've seen continuous rain and dripping from a leaky roof. Our church has an HVAC unit on the rooftop with a pipe leading back through the ceiling. The connecting point needs to be resealed every year, or when heavy rain comes, it leaks. When one bucket is filled, I would put another bucket underneath while I empty out the filled bucket. When I was still working at church and it rained heavily, I did this bucket swap every hour or so. You can imagine when the wife is constantly nagging, it is so tiresome for the husband. How can he cope? Oh, woman, when your voice is tormenting your husband continuously, do you know it? A little advice to you who have a family, please don't spend more time on quarreling. Rather, train your children in the way that the Lord God has prepared for them, which is the right thing to do. For us who don't have children, we can still build up one another on our journey in the Lord. Woman, hold your tongues. May God bless you all. See you tomorrow. Please like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get new video updates. Thank you.